the social media manager at the Old Schoolhouse Magazine. And tonight we are having a Facebook party to celebrate our Thanksgiving subscription flash sale. Now, this Facebook party is going to be a little different than some of our other Facebook parties that we've done in the past. Tonight, we are going to have a progressive dinner. We're starting in my kitchen, and then we will go over to Heather's kitchen, and then we'll end in Deb's kitchen. And we are going to have a great time. Tonight, we are going to bring recipes, some of the best recipes we can find from some of our past magazines and our upcoming magazine. If you've never seen our magazine, this is the fall 2020 issue, and these magazines are just full of articles, encouragement, recipes, and some of the best homeschool curriculum you can find. And one of my favorite articles is each month is our encouragement from Deb Wooler, who is the senior editor. Now, tonight I did a salad, and I am going to talk a little bit about my salad, and then I'm going to let you know how you can win some prizes, and then we will go over to Heather. So I did this it's a cranberry Jell-O salad, and I printed off. This was from the digital magazine, which is available online, and I printed off this page. I love that. I love that I can go on, find the recipe, print it off. This cranberry Jell-O salad, easy to make. Whole cranberry sauce, package of Jell-O, added in a few lemon juice and a few little special ingredients. There's an apple cut up in there, and it is yummy and tasty. And this is a great salad for a beginner, the beginning of your meal. Heather is going to bring us something for after the salad, but I'm going to tell you how you can win prizes tonight. We are giving away $50 Amazon gift cards. Leave a comment, ask a question. We will answer some of your questions throughout the evening, or just tell us what your favorite type of salad is. And Heather will ask you some questions, and Deb will ask you some questions. So you'll have plenty of entries that you can complete for this giveaway. We will be drawing for the giveaway on Thursday. Plenty of time for your holiday shopping. And I'm going to talk to you also about how you can access the digital magazine. Now, you can get online, or you can get our app. And in our app, I don't know if you can see this. You can see, it disappeared. There it is. There's the digital library. So you can go to the App Store and for free access the TOS app, the Old Schoolhouse Magazine app, and have the magazine articles right at your fingertips. So if you have homeschooling questions, make sure to ask. If you have any comments, if you want more information about the magazine, ask. And so now I'm going to bring in Heather, but Heather and I will talk for a little bit together. So Heather, after my salad, you are going to share some recipes. I forgot to share where I got the salad. It is in the 2010 holiday supplement. And when you go into that holiday supplement, not only are there words of encouragement and recipes and crafts and stories, there's coloring sheets, there is so many different things in that holiday supplement. So many recipes, salads, soups, main dishes, desserts. You will be shocked at how much there is in there. Now I'm going to take off my turkey hat. I wear this turkey hat. Do you wear hats? That's another question I'm asking you. I never wear hats except when I do a Facebook party. That's the only time I put a hat on. And my family laughs at me when I wear hats. That's why I wear a goofy hat for you. So I said I was going to bring Heather up. We're going to talk to Heather. Heather and I will talk for a little bit. And then she will just talk in her kitchen for a while. So Heather, have you ever had a cranberry salad?
I'm not like that. No, that looks awesome. That looks really good.
So let me tell you about the secret ingredient in this. There's mayonnaise.
Really? Cool.
Really? Mayonnaise. I would have never thought of putting mayonnaise. Don't you love my little serving dish too?
I do. I love that turkey. That's so cute. So I did not have a hat to wear, but I found a fun sweater, fall themed sweater. So I had to sport this tonight in honor of Thanksgiving. I hope everybody is excited for this week and getting everything ready. I know we are taking it easy homeschool with our homeschool this week.
Okay, so Heather, you get the magazine, right?
I do. Yes.
Okay, what is your favorite part of the magazine?
I mean, I just love having that physical copy in my hands. I love the encouragement. I love the reviews. There's just so many things about it. And you just never know what's going to be in there. So it's fun to see the different interviews that they have with different people, and it's always experts. I've seen a lot of people, experts in their field, just sharing things that I never even would have dreamed of, ways to help your hands-on learner, or different things that I wouldn't even think that I needed to read, but it encouraged me.
So I love a physical copy too, but I really loved being able to go and access the digital magazine and print off the recipes. That was really great. Or print off an article that you want to highlight. I love my magazine. I don't want to write in it. I want to keep it so it's like next to perfect all the time.
And I'm the same way. Like when I have a recipe, I can't just have my phone and be in the kitchen. Like I like to print it out. So that's exactly what I did, straight from the app. I just printed it out just like you.
Which, I mean, love the digital app, love the online, the you can access the magazines online. Now, I know that you know how to tell people how to get the magazine. And this sale that we're having, it's 4 issues for 2021, and it is $29. Correct?
No, it's usually $29. The sale is $19. You get $10 off, and it's the 20th anniversary issues, which is awesome because the Old Schoolhouse has been around 20 years, and so these editions are going to be quality, top notch. So this is the year. If you've never subscribed, you get $10 off for $19, and you get the 20th anniversary editions.
So you're telling me it's on sale for $19?
Until December 1st. You have to do it now. This is the time to do it.
Well, this would be great for a friend who's just starting to homeschool, or a friend, or like, really, the encouragement you receive is just so awesome. If somebody who has just started, they will just be uplifted and encouraged through this magazine. And $19, that is such an amazing deal. Now, they can subscribe for 2 years too, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can 2 years. I believe that's for $35. Deb can correct me if I'm wrong when she hops on. But yeah, for 2 years also.
So that's really amazing. Now,
it is.
do you have a question for our audience so they can enter the giveaway?
I guess I have a silly question. Not really silly, but how many days before Thanksgiving do you usually thaw out your turkey?
Well, I guess that depends on how big your turkey is.
That's true. That's true. I usually do
So
about
how
a
big-
20-pounder.
You do 20. So I usually do now. When I'm having all of my siblings over and their families, I do like a 40-pound turkey, and that takes over a week to thaw.
A
But
40-pound turkey? Whoa.
turkey, it is so hard getting it in and out of the oven. Backbreaking. But I always want to make sure we have leftover turkey.
Yeah.
Do you do leftovers?
Oh, yeah. I love having leftovers. Absolutely. And I'm going to actually talk about that with my dish that I'm doing today, because I think you could actually substitute the chicken for turkey because, yeah, I'll talk about that in a few minutes.
So I think my turkey is 10 pounds this year. So, because we're
Wow.
having a lot less people, and I don't even know what to do with a 10-pound turkey. This is like a quarter of what I usually do.
Yeah.
So, are people answering these questions? I have to admit, I need stronger glasses or something to see.
So Alicia, 4 days for 15 pounds. And then we have Ken and Kirsten defrosting our 18-pound turkey now.
So, how long do you take to defrost your turkey?
Well, I just want to be careful. So usually 3 days. But see, this year, we're doing a little different. My husband loves smoking brisket. And so we decided, you know what? Let's skip the turkey this year. And we are going to smoke a brisket. So I'm going to miss my turkey leftovers that we normally have, but why not change things up? You know, this is 2020. Let's just do things differently, right?
Okay, so I have a really important question for you.
Uh-oh.
Do you do cranberry sauce, and do you make your own, or do you get it from a can with the ridges on it? You know, you plop it out on a plate with the ridges.
So my daughter is addicted to cranberries. So she has a recipe that from my mother-in-law that she makes every year. She's 10, and this is her recipe, and she makes it, and it's a cranberry relish. So you chop it up and add orange zest in it and lots of sugar. And that's how we eat it. I am totally fine with it in a can. I think it tastes awesome that way, but she likes making her cranberry relish, and it's really good.
Oh, that sounds awesome. And it's nice that you have somebody else to make it and you don't have to make everything yourself. So
Oh,
will
it's
you
great.
have cranberry relish with the brisket?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, so are you going to have any kind of salads?
I'm not really sure yet because we are actually still in the planning stages. But we have salad with everything. A nice green salad, so probably.
Well, I will have the cranberry sauce in the can with the ridges on it, and I will have probably a green salad too. And I'm contemplating mushroom soup, cream of mushroom soup.
Ooh, that sounds good.
But now, what about stuffing? Is it stuffing or dressing? And to you in our audience, is it stuffing or dressing from where you? So which one is it for you?
What do you call it, Patty?
I call it stuffing. Whether it's stuffed into the turkey or not, it's stuffing. So what do you call it? Heather, can you hear me?
No, you're breaking up. I don't hear you.
Oh, I'm breaking up. It's going to be a connection issue, whether it's our connection or Facebook connection. So how about I leave the stream, and Heather can take over from here.
Okay, so you want me to go for it? All right. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I couldn't really hear her. So welcome to my home. Now, I will say I do not cook on a wood stove every day, although that would be awesome, and my kids would probably love that. But my husband and I, we love antiques and practical, useful. So this does work. This wood stove actually is a wood burning stove that we can use, and we live on a farm, so emergency situation, we could absolutely use it. And every time we lose power, my kids get really excited and they hope we're going to have no power for a week, and it's usually just 20 minutes, so we don't have a chance to, to use it. But the first question that I have for you is, okay, so this is something that is found in the book Farmer Boy. We're all homeschoolers here, right? So I figured let's bring Farmer Boy into this. My daughter is reading that right now. And when she read about this popcorn popper, she just had to have one. And my husband actually found one. And my question is, does anybody know, and let's try without using Google, the recipe that Almanzo Wilder used with popcorn, how he ate it in Farmer Boy? So if anybody knows that, put it in the comments. And again, if you leave a comment, then you'll be entered to win an Amazon gift card. So share this with your friends so they can have a chance to win, and leave as many comments as possible. That'd be awesome. So what I made was chicken gumbo. I found the recipe in the fall edition of the Old Schoolhouse in 2017. And there were piles of recipes from different staff members. And this one was from Elizabeth Brandt. And she said that along with the traditional Thanksgiving and Christmas dishes, her mom would always serve gumbo. And I thought that was very interesting. I mean, of course, you know, Patty mentioned she was thinking of having a soup, and you would think that gumbo would be just considered a soup, but it's so rich and filled with so much meat and so many ingredients that it absolutely could be a main dish, or it could be a side dish as well. So I had fun with this and completely stuck with her recipe. I mean, I don't make gumbo every day, but I love food from Louisiana. My husband and I have been to New Orleans several times and have absolutely become addicted to that style cooking. And I was so excited when I saw in this recipe the ingredient Tony chicories. Has anybody ever heard of Tony chicories? Let me know in the comments. If you use Tony chicories, that is a spice. I mean, I'm a Yankee. I'm from the North, but I live in the South, but I have appreciation for Cajun food. So I'm certainly not an expert, but I love Tony chicories. We use it in everything. I mean, eggs, soups, chicken. I mean, literally everything. We put it in everything. So I just wanted to show you here in the cook stove. Traditionally, the wood would go in here, and there's a dial down in the bottom that would give you the temperature, so you could adjust it accordingly. And this one has 6 burners, so to speak. I mean, how awesome with that? Who doesn't want 6 burners? And then up here would be where you'd have your bread. So you could put your bread up here to rise, or just to keep up there. And I thought this was so fun in the magazine, how it was served in a bread bowl. And one Christmas, we went to a friend's house and they served us soup in a bread bowl. And I thought that was the fanciest thing. I thought that was so cute. So I'm going to show this to you in a bread bowl here. And so what she used in her gumbo was chicken. And now traditionally you would have okra, but the green in here is celery and green peppers, and there's lots of onion. Now you might be thinking, how is this different than just chicken soup? Well, it is different because what you do is you cook the entire chicken and you make your own stock. So I cooked this for about 3 hours and made my own stock. And then you take out all the bones and you have your own stock, and then you have to make a roux. So that is where the whole Cajun aspect comes in. And you make a roux, which is like a thick flour-based thickener that you would put into your broth. And so you use that to thicken it, and then you put in your veggies, and then you let it cook, and just let it go nice and low and slow, and it just tastes absolutely amazing. And like I said, you need the Tony chicories in there, and that'll give it the heat and the kick that you just absolutely need. So yeah, I absolutely thought it was so fun to try that in a different way, because traditionally, like if I do make gumbo, I'll throw shrimp in there or sausage. But this was, just chicken and veggies. And it reminded me of the day after Thanksgiving in our home. Usually, this year will be a little different. Like I said, we're going to be having brisket, but usually, I'll take the bones from the turkey and I'll make stock with that. And I know there's been a big kick with bone broth, and I don't know if any of you have tried bone broth. Leave me a comment. Leave us a comment if you've ever made your own stock, or if you enjoy the benefits of bone broth. There's so many benefits to having bone broth. I was actually telling my 5-year-old son today, after we made the stock, I was giving the bones to the pigs, and I was telling him a story about when I was in India, and they served me food, and I ate everything off the bone and left the bones, and they're all whispering to each other. And I'm like, asked a friend to translate. I'm like, what are they saying? They're like, why isn't she eating the bones? I'm like, oh, okay. And that's when I learned, that there is a lot of nutrients in the actual bones. And I know some people eat the cartilage out, but they would actually eat the bones. And so there's a lot of benefit to that there. So what I was going to say, now, if you're from Louisiana, I'm sorry. Don't take a Louisiana press I said this, but you possibly could replace the chicken in this recipe with turkey. I don't know if that's a no-no for Cajun cooking, but why not? This is an excellent recipe, and it's really thick with that roux. And like I said, it's just filled with so much meat and veggies, and it's wonderful. So if you're looking for something to do with your leftovers, that might be a fun one. And like I said, you can get this out of this recipe is found in the fall 2017, the Old Schoolhouse Magazine, and you can access that on the app. And so leave me a comment what you like to make with your leftovers. I'd love to see some ideas of what you make with your leftovers. So I would love to hear from Deborah and see what she is cooking up in her kitchen. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? Okay, I'm going to have to wait for the audio to kick in here. So yes, Patty, she showed us, appetizers and salads, and this was the main dish. And now Deborah is going to grace us with some awesome desserts. So I'm really excited. Deborah, We still can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. Wonderful.
Well, because I just turned my mic on.
Well, it's good to hear you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you, Heather?
I'm wonderful.
It's so fun to see your kitchen and your stove there. That's amazing. And your popcorn
Yeah.
maker. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's fun. It's so fun to have, the old stuff. So in case of an emergency, we have this ready.
Uncle Kevin in our family always made gumbo on Christmas, and I really miss that
Really?
because we moved away from California about 4 years ago. We were there about 30 years, and he would bring gumbo, and it was just the best thing ever. So I really want to try
Aw.
that recipe. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So what I was going to share is quite a few. I've got 3 recipes to share with you. So do you want me to start that now, Heather, or did you have something else you wanted to ask me?
I will let you take it away. So yeah, thank you.
All right. All right.
Bye.
Welcome to my kitchen, everyone. I am not a good cook. I mean, I can cook. I always tell people I can feed people, but I'm not a gourmet cook. I mean, I have 8 children, and we always had all their friends and all our relatives over. And so we'd have, 40 or 50 people over at gatherings. So I knew how to feed bulk people, not bulk people, but feed people in bulk. But as far as being a gourmet cook, it's not who I am. But anyway, it's so fun to try new recipes, especially right now as my kids have all gotten older and I've only got a few left at home. So I'm actually trying a lot more recipes now than I ever did. And so I want to share 3 things with you, and they're all simple. Because that's what I need in my life, simple and easy, and stuff the kids can help me with. So the first thing I want to share with you has come from, I think, the same one that Patty had, the 2010 digital supplement. It's a holiday supplement. So when you look in your app or on the computer at you just go to tosmagazine.com, and tosmagazine.com has the newest issue always up online for free. So, if you can't do print, the digital and the online version is always free, and we keep that free as a ministry to you. So, what you can do is when you go to tosmagazine.com, it'll bring up the most recent issue, but up in the corner of the most recent issue that opens up in the top corner, I think it's this side for you guys, up in the top corner says issue library, and you click on the issue library and you can go and search for the covers of all these issues. You'll find the holiday supplement there for 2010, and this is super simple. The one I'm going to show you from this one, this says 10 fabulous and frugal foodie gifts. So foodie gifts are fun, right? To give as gifts. They have cheesecake, artisan bread, homemade granola, and they have home-baked pies and slice and bake cookies. So the slice and bake cookies, you actually make them the cookie roll, and you give them, the roll so they can actually bake their own fresh cookies. So you give them the cookie roll, and you give them maybe some little sprinkles or sugar crystals that they can put on their cookies while they're baking. So I thought that was a fun idea, a gift idea. But the one I'm going to do is something that we have done for years because my littlest kids can help me, and they love to help me in the kitchen. And so it is the very easy chocolate dipped pretzel sticks. How many of you love those? So my kids love those. Let me grab this. Can you see these pretzel sticks? So yeah, they're super easy to make, super, super easy. You just melt your chocolate chips in the microwave, and we always add a spoon of shortening just to make it not as thick, and it spreads easier, and it hardens just the same. So these pretzel sticks come out at every holiday thing we have because my kids can do them and they're easy for them. So really the best pretzel sticks I've gotten have been at the Dollar Tree, believe it or not. And then we just dunk them in the melted chocolate chips with a little bit of shortening. What we do is we use just a tall cup so that so that they're actually like dunking in the cup and using a little spoon to help get more on. And then when they do that, then while the chocolate is still warm, that's when you put your sprinkles on. That's when you put, where's my camera? There it is. Sprinkles on. This is like toffee. And then so if you do sprinkles or nuts or anything like that, you put them on while the chocolate is still warm. And then you put those in your fridge for whenever you're going to use them. Or you can freeze them after you put them in your fridge and let them harden for a while. Then you can actually put them in freezer bags and keep them for your holiday. And then these, the ones that have the white chocolate on them, we just put the chocolate ones that are just plain chocolate in the freezer or fridge for a few minutes until they're hardened. And then we melt the white chocolate and drizzle it with just like a fork. We drizzle it over there. So you just use wax paper on your cookie sheets or whatever, and you lay these on wax paper, and then you harden them, you refrigerate them until they get hard. And then, yeah, aren't they beautiful? Everybody loves them. We pull them out for game nights, and during the holidays, we always have people over. People just show up randomly, and we always try to have something on hand to do that. So my 15-year-old daughter made all of those. We just get some regular holiday sprinkles, and that's your easy but beautiful a holiday recipe. The second one I wanted to share with you is this is a pumpkin apple cake, and this came from our holiday recipes fall 2017, which I think is the same one that Heather's Gumbo came from. So it's pumpkin apple cake, and the reason I thought that was just easy and simple is because I usually have all those ingredients in my house right around the holiday time, and it's basically I always have the butter and the sugar and the eggs and all of that, and there's just 2 medium apples and some pumpkin puree, whether you use the can or whether you make your own. It works either way. And then you just put in your pumpkin pie spices, which are your cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger, and you can make a beautiful cake. Now this recipe actually calls for raisins, and my husband loves raisins, but most of my kids are like, no raisins. I don't know why. I think we overdid it when they were little, gave them all these little boxes of raisins constantly, and we gave them raisins as treats till they must have gotten sick of them, because they are not raisin people right now. So that's in the fall 2017 issue. And again, yes, you can go to your computer. That's where I go to print mine. It's harder for me to manage my app because I'm old and I have old eyes, but but I'll show you how to manage it easier in just a minute, the app version. But for on my computer, easy to just print. You open the page of where you want to print, just go to that page, like this one's page 47. You just go to that page in the fall 2017 issue, and on the top, for your guys' side, for the top right-hand side, is a print button, and it just says print from what page to what page. So be careful. I've printed a whole issue by accident once. You can print it in black and white if you don't want to use up your color stuff, and just print like page 47 to page 47, and you'll get one page. Anyway, so here's the pumpkin apple cake. I'll just show you. I put it in a bundt pan. My drizzle kind of went weird on me. I don't know. It doesn't look right, but it's delicious. We put because this might be it, because I ran out of powdered sugar today, and so I made my own powdered sugar in my Vitamix. You just take regular sugar, regular white sugar, you put it in your Vitamix, put it on high, and it makes powdered sugar. So if you're ever out of powdered sugar and you've got a good blender, make your own powdered sugar. So that's what we did. We added, some vanilla and a little bit of milk, and we made the drizzle. And so that's really fun. What I did with the extra, I didn't make it a full bundt cake. I kind of made it a half size. We put the extra in little loaf pans like this and made a bunch of little loaves of the pumpkin apple cake. So normally we give out, my daughter Mercy usually gives out pumpkin banana bread. But this year we're doing pumpkin apple cake for neighbors and friends, and whoever comes over gets a bag to go home with. So those are kind of fun. And the last one I wanted to show you is, here we go. This one is in our winter issue, which is at the printer right now. Super excited. It's got a horse on the front, and it's got a snowman, and it's all about horses and homeschooling. This whole past year, this is the last issue of this year, it has been all about careers. So we've had marine biology, and we've had cooking as a career. We've had, and then this winter one is about horses. And spring is actually going to continue careers. We're going to talk about plant professions in botany and the plant area. So anyway, this one is in the winter issue, which is at the printer. Like I said, it's releasing right now. They've already printed, they're starting to release them. So they're going to be, if you are already have a subscription, you will be getting your winter issue very soon, which usually it releases right around December 1st or after. So this time we're a little bit early, which I'm excited about, because maybe you'll be able to try some of this festive freezer food if you've already subscribed for the winter issue. If not, you can just pick up the winter issue online for free when it comes live. It'll go live December 1st, and you can find this in that issue. It's festive freezer food. So these are foods you can make and put in the freezer so that it's easier for you on day of serving people. You just pull out what you've already prepared and, do a little bit of heat up here and there. And I'll show you what I decided to use. But what she has, Evie Field is our author, and she has breakfast burritos that you can put in the freezer, German apple pancakes. I want to try that. It sounds really good. It's you put it in a cast iron skillet and put it in your oven, so it's like one big poofy pancake. I really want to try that. She's got macaroni and cheese that you can make, and she tells you how to freeze it. Corn casserole, which my daughter-in-law just made for us. We had a big Thanksgiving last week with my son who visited from California. So we've already had Thanksgiving, and we will have another. But we had corn casserole that my daughter-in-law made, and it was very easy, super easy. Kids can make this one. And then what I chose to make out of this article, Winter 2021, is holiday meatballs. And I chose that because I thought it'd be easy. You just smush everything in one bowl, and then you can freeze those after you cook them for about 12 to 15 minutes. You freeze them, and we'll let them cool first. Then you put them on some parchment paper and flash freeze them. And then after you've flash freeze them for an hour or so, then you can put them in your Ziploc bags and then pull them out whenever you want to serve some meatballs, just a fun festive thing for when there's a game night or whatever, Christmas Eve, something. So here are the meatballs. Oh, I'm gonna spill juice on my computer. That would not be good. And these are cute little, aren't these cute? These say blessed, these little picks. I got those at Tuesday morning for like $1.99. Can't beat that. So meatballs, holiday meatballs. I'll tell you how we made those. Those call for chopped parsley, but I'm not a parsley fan, so I use cilantro because I'm a cilantro fan. So there's cilantro in there. There is breadcrumbs, of course, and ricotta cheese, and then your eggs and your salt and pepper, and then 1 pound of ground beef and 1 pound of Italian sausage. And so just mix that all up in a bowl. And my other daughter made these, and she used a little cookie scoop, just the small ice cream or cookie scoop, and pulled the meatballs out, and you can just line them up on your baking sheet as close together as you want because there's no spreading. And so you can get a lot on a cookie sheet there to put in the oven. And so we made those, and all the kids are like, when do we get to eat all this stuff? Like, just give me an hour and then you can have it all. So anyway, let me see what else I wanted to share with you about that. You guys have any questions about any of those recipes? The pretzels or the pumpkin apple cake or the holiday meatballs, or where you can access it. Yeah, the winter issue is so awesome. I love it. My daughter has a little article in there because she's a horse person, and the Lord moved us out here to Colorado. We were California people forever, and so here's our city family moving out to the middle of nowhere. Actually, not nowhere. The middle of cornfields and cattle ranches in Colorado, and we're east, and so her love language is horses. And so in California, that wasn't possible really. So here the Lord has blessed her with a couple of ranch jobs and volunteering at therapeutic riding centers. And so we talk about all that kind of stuff in the winter issue, as well as recipes and so many things. Why colleges love homeschoolers, all kinds of things in the winter issue. And let me just tell you one more thing. I forgot to tell you one thing about the meatballs is when you unfreeze them, you thaw them out. Say you pull them out the night before. So, or if you're in a hurry, you can just thaw them in the microwave. So you could use some of that beautiful broth you make, like Heather made, bone broth or any kind of broth, and like 3 cups of broth and then a can of tomato paste. And then you just let that reduce a little bit and you throw your meatballs in there, and it cooks all in that broth and makes them moist. So that's really good. Yes, it's $19 for the year during the sale. So you'll get the 4 anniversary issues. You won't get the winter issue, but starting with spring, you'll get spring, summer, fall, and winter of 2021, which are our anniversary issues, which we have some of your favorite people in there. We've got, of course, Todd Wilson, people that have been with us for 20 years. So we've got Todd Wilson, we've got Hal Melanie Young, some of your favorite speakers I know, Mark Hamby from Lamplighter. We have HSLDA, Homeschool Legal Defense, in there writing articles for us for these anniversary issues. We have Brian Ray, who is the National Home Education Research Institute article writer for us, and he's been with us for 20 years. And we are just so thankful for our authors, our speakers, our writers who have been with us all this time and are still blessing us with great content, the stuff that you hear at the conventions. I know there's no conventions anymore. So really, if you think about it, it's like our magazine is like a convention in a book. I call this one a book. This was from 2013. We have some that are called annual print books, and they are really like books because there's like 300 pages. I mean, that's like a book. And so if you go back to the back issues and you want to purchase just one back issue, I would suggest purchasing an annual print book because 300 pages is a ton of content. So we have creation science. We have always be prepared for high school, how to get kids to love vocabulary and spelling, so many different things, product reviews of, products that maybe you were thinking about and, what do other moms think about it, how to finish the race strong, looking back on homeschooling, what I wish I would have done different. Sounds like a good one to read, right? Remind me again, why are we homeschooling? So it's encouragement, it's academics, it's again, there's recipes in many of them. Mostly the holiday ones have recipes, but schoolhouse planners, all kinds of things in here. Anyway, that's what I recommend if you just want to get one back issue. Go for the annual print books. They're huge. I did bring out also my one from 2002, and this is almost 20 years ago, right? 2021 is our 20th anniversary, so this was 2002. So we'd only been going for about a year, and so here's that edition from then. Isn't that cool that I have that? Oh, that's a good question. What are the best ways to get kids engaged in the kitchen? You just start really young, super young. This is funny. I don't know. You have to be okay with a mess, and you have to be okay with, having them help you clean up after, because that's how they learn. They have to clean up after themselves. You have to, but sometimes their help is actually more work for you. But you just got to go with that, because they will turn into helpers in the kitchen that will be magnificent. All my kids are cooks, and I'm not like I said, I'm not a good, I'm not a gourmet cook, but all my kids know how to cook. Everyone that has left the house or still living here knows how to, feed themselves, knows how to feed the family, and knows all that. But you start really young. I even put my toddlers down on the floor with a bowl of flour, a little bit of flour in it, and a spoon, and just let them just play. And yeah, of course, they're all covered and the floor's covered, but they think they're helping, and they're in the kitchen with you, and it starts there. And then you pull the chair up to the counter where they're helping you mix things in. And actually, our fall issue talks a lot about that. Our fall issue talks about teaching your kids how to cook to serve people. It talks about cooking to serve, and careers in cooking, and cooking with chocolate. Got to have that one, right? 6 reasons why colleges recruit homeschool grads. Yeah. Oh, and here you can do science, the fall 2020 issue. You can do science. Eat your way through an amazing dissection. So your turkey, you can actually save the bones, and it teaches you how to salvage the bones, how to clean the bones, and then how to study the bones and all the ligaments and all that stuff about bones. So that's pretty cool. And so, yeah, just get your kids engaged early and let them help you whenever possible in the kitchen. Was there another question that I missed on that? Okay. So, Patty told you, I think, and Heather also showed you how to access the app. What I wanted to show you about the app is that, oh, did I just shut it? That was great. What I wanted to show you about the app, let me find it again here and open it, is, yes, meal planning is so helpful. They can totally help you with meal planning. I've had them before go through my cupboards and see what's in the cupboards, and then make meal plan with whatever we have in the house. So, stuff that we didn't have to go out and buy. Oh yeah, we have tons of articles on burnout. So many, usually in the winter issues, we talk about burnout, or it's spring even. Spring is a big time for burnout. We talk about burnout a lot in the issues. You can go to, and I'll show you where you can go to the library. So on the app, there's a little button that says library up here at the top, and you hit the library button. And once you hit the library button, it will bring up all these issues. And then there's a search button too. So on the search button is where you would put in burnout, and it will pull up this whole list of articles that talk about burnout. And you can search dyslexia, you can search turrets, you can search any subject under the sun academically. You can put in any specific things, and it'll pull up every article that discusses that kind of thing. Since we've been around for 20 years, we have a ton of content. So you will find, I'm pretty sure, everything you need there. So go to the library, the issue library on your app, and go to the search button. And same as on your computer, if you pull it up on your computer screen, if you don't have the free app, you can get the free app on Android, Kindle, Apple, free on all of those. And but if you're using your computer, you just go to tosmagazine.com. tosmagazine.com. It'll pull up the most recent issue. You hit the issue library button, and then you'll see the search bar, and that's where you put in, okay, I want the pretzel recipe, or I want that gumbo recipe. So put in the word gumbo, and it'll pull up wherever gumbo is listed in all of those back issues. And then you can go to there and print it. From there, you go to that page, and then you can press the print button. Another thing you can do from your app is when you pull open a magazine and you look at an article, and you're like, oh, this would be so good for my friend who has a challenging child who's like, really hard to handle. This article says it all. And you can share the article. There's a share button. You open up an issue, and there is a share button. Say you open up one of the articles, This one is, let's see, homeschooling and marriage. How does that even work? We talk about those things. Yeah, because, you know, food science. Yeah, we have a lot of food science articles in the past. Married and homeschooling. How does that even work? Can you see that? So what I wanted to show you about the app is that you don't have to just look at the tiny magazine page on here. You can actually push the button that says text, text view, and you just see the text. So you can actually read it better on your app. And then also, if you pull up an article, you can push down here. There's in the middle is a share button, and under that share button, it'll pull up all the apps where you can share it, whether it's on Pinterest or on you can share it to your email or you can text it to yourself, the link, however you want to share. It pulls up, like here I press share and it pulled up a whole different bunch of areas I can share just that one article. So that's pretty cool. And same thing with the computer version. So at tosmagazine.com, there are 2 versions you can read. You can read the beautiful page view. It's called page view. And that's what comes up. It comes up looking just like this, and it turns the pages. You can go to the next page on the digital issue. But if you want to see an article without all the ads and graphics and pictures, you just hit on the other side over here, this side, you hit reading view, and reading view takes you to just the text. And again, easier on your eyes. Maybe you want to print out something without all the graphics. You can do reading view and then print that. So that's at tosmagazine.com. And if you just want the winter issue and you haven't subscribed, that's the homeschoolers and horses issue. If you haven't subscribed to that, that's also got the meatball recipe in it. You can just buy one single issue. For that, you can go to grabissue.com. You can go to our Schoolhouse store on our main website, which is theoldschoolhouse.com. And we have a Schoolhouse store. You can just purchase a one back issue, or you can purchase just one winter issue. But one winter issue, I think at this point is like $15. But for $19, you can get all 4 issues of 2021, which is pretty cool. It's a very good deal. $29 is the normal price for 4 issues, printed issues that come to your door. Right now until December 3rd, did you say? Something like that. First, I don't know. Patty will tell us again. It's only $19, $10 off. And you get 4 issues. So if you just want one issue, though, you can go get that at grabissue.com, or you can get it at theoldschoolhouse.com under our Schoolhouse store or under our back issues. And then what else? I think that's all I wanted to talk about. How to print. We talked about that, right? How to print and where to find things, and your page view versus your reading view. And so really, that's all I wanted to share with you tonight. But I do want to, at the end of this, I will end us in prayer. How's that?
That's fantastic. I loved all you shared, both of you. It was wonderful being in your homes. And I guess this is what we have to settle for, since we live so far away from each other. And we just can't pop into each other's homes for coffee. I did bring my coffee cup with me. I hope you
Nice.
So we've got a lot of great questions, and we had a lot of engagement. We're so thrilled you all joined us for this hour of fun and questions and recipes, and just to learn more about each other. It's been wonderful. And we I had mentioned that we will be drawing for Amazon gift cards on Thursday, and then we'll reach out and contact the winners. Heather, have you eaten the chicken gizzard yet?
Oh yeah, we had it for dinner. It's awesome.
Oh wow! I wouldn't want my family touch the cranberry salad yet.
Yeah, we had it for dinner, and I made sure to save some.
And I was
But
thinking, if you don't like mayonnaise, you can always put like maybe sour cream in it, or admit that and just put whipped topping on top.
Okay.
So,
Deborah likes that idea.
oh, you like that? You like the whipped topping? And it would be a dessert. So I thank everyone for joining us, and Deb will close us in prayer. And it's been wonderful.
I just ate a meatball, so I have I had to wash that down so I can pray. All right, let's pray. Oh, Father God, you are our great Father. You are the Father who provides all things for us. You have given us so many great and precious promises in your word. So thank you for all of your promises. Thank you for your goodness. Your goodness and mercy that follows us all the days of our life. Thank you, God, that you are good and you are merciful. When we feel like we are not good, when we have nothing good going on in our life, our finances aren't good, our children aren't good, things are not good, we look around and we cry. We want to cry out to you and say, we can give thanks to you for you are good. And Lord, your mercy endures forever. We thank you that your mercy endures forever. When we feel like we are not the best parent or the best homeschooled teacher, when we feel like we're not a good daughter or wife or friend, your mercy covers it all. Your mercy covers it all. And so we thank you, God, that we can still rise up and give thanks to you for your mercy endures forever. You are good and your mercy endures forever. And we can thank you for that. And Lord, I just pray a blessing over all these families that are watching, that you would give them a real true Thanksgiving this week from the inside out. Their hearts would be full of thanksgiving. You said, enter your courts with thanksgiving. And so I know as they give that sacrifice of praise and thanksgiving to you, that you will bless them with your presence and they will be able to share that blessing with their family. So thank you again for this time tonight, and that we got to see each other's faces and kitchens, and what a fun time it was. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen.